Do you struggle with photo clutter? Well, you're in luck because today we are going to talk about 6 steps to organize loose photos here on Get Organized with Jodi. Hi, I'm Jodi Granok. I'm a certified professional organizer with over 15 years in the field, and I know that organizing photographs can be very overwhelming. Now, in this video, we're going to focus on physical photos, the ones that you've printed out, as opposed to digital photos, which we will cover in a different video. Photos are great, but photo clutter is overwhelming. So in this video, we're going to talk about 6 tips to get your photos organized and stay organized with future pics. So the first step is to find a clear space in the house to work and then gather up all your loose photos. I recommend using a large table because if your photo project is anything like the ones I've dealt with, you need a lot of space for the next step. Step 2 is to create categories based on a theme or a span of time and begin sorting. Now, I like to use plastic storage bags like Ziploc bags during this process. It doesn't mean you're going to use the bags forever. It just helps with the initial sorting. Pitch or give away any duplicate photos and get rid of or separately bag or box up photos that you can't identify. So what I like to do is I make categories and I write on the plastic bags what the categories are. So it might be a certain decade or a certain vacation spot, or it could be things related to a specific family member. And the nice thing about using the bags is that you can make changes along the way. So if you determine that the bag is getting way too full, it might be time to divide that into a subcategory. But the opposite might be true as well. You may have made some categories that are a little too narrow. And so you can combine some of them into a new group that allows it to be a little larger. So the other advantage of using the storage bags is that if it's a big photo project, this may take place over more than one afternoon, shall we say. So if you start to get overwhelmed or you just don't have enough time to keep going, you've got everything sorted into bags and it's very easy to pick those up and move them off of the table. And when you're ready to go back to the project, you pick up right where you left off. Step 3 kind of goes right along with step 2, but you want to discard any photos that are blurry or unappealing. And don't keep the photos if you don't know why they were taken or if they have no sentimental value to you. Just because they're vintage looking pictures, if you have no connection to them, you don't necessarily need to keep them. Step 4, if you're going to put your loose photos into a photo album, you want to choose an album that is PVC free with non-acidic ligand-free paper and avoid the type of albums that have self-stick pages. Following all these steps are going to help you preserve the photos for as long as possible. Make sure you label the captions with dates, locations, and the full names of everyone in the photo. Remember in the previous step when I talked about getting rid of pictures that you don't have any idea what they're about. Well, photo albums tend to get passed down to family members. So even though it may seem intuitive to you at the time that you're making the album, oh, I know who these people are. Oh, I know when this album was made. That may not be the case for the future family members or generations of your family that want to enjoy this album. So, as I've said in many videos before, label, label, label. It helps everyone. If you're going to label your photos directly, you want to make sure and use a special photo pen because otherwise it could make an indentation through to the front of the photo. So you want to be careful about what kind of pen you're using on those photos. Now, if you're not ready to place photos in an album, you can use a photo safe box and then do the same type of labeling that we explained in step number 4. Now, the two types of boxes that are best for photos are archival storage boxes and acid-free storage boxes. And our final step is that going forward, only order single prints unless you've identified specific photos that need multiple copies. I know back in the day, we used to always get doubles of everything, but that just really adds to the clutter. Put timestamps on the back of photos for easier identification. And avoid storing photos in an envelope. Use photo-safe boxes instead. Well, I hope this has given you some peace of mind knowing that your photo clutter could soon become a thing of the past and you can have some beautiful ways to enjoy your photographs without feeling overwhelmed. I encourage you to visit organizingmagic.com for more organizing resources, including our free e-newsletter and information about our monthly Zoom webinars, which are also free. And remember that new videos drop every Friday. So be in the know and click like and subscribe before you go so you never miss a single video. I'll see you next time.